Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back again with another project for you. And this is a kind of a fancy fold, and I was actually quite surprised that I hadn't videoed this one before. It's an oldie but a goodie, and this is using the beautiful new butterfly gala stamp set. This one here with a lovely range of butterflies, some free paper, DSP, Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up, free when you spend £45. It's just one of the items you can choose. But what this card does is a little bit of a, I don't know, it's a wow, but it's a bit of fun. So you open the card up and lo and behold, your little butterfly spins, or it should. I just caught it. So all you do is you wind up your butterfly like this, and then when it opens, you have a lovely spinning butterfly. I'd probably overwound it a little bit, but that's just a bit of fun. And then obviously when your card is open, you can just see through. And I've wasted none of the paper at all that I've punched out either, because I've created these little discs as well here. So very straightforward. The only real tool you're going to need is a 2-inch punch and a trimmer and scorer to make your card blank in the first place. So to start off with our card blank, you're going to need a piece of card, and you're going to cut that to create your card blank. I've just got half a sheet of Whisper white cardstock here, and all I'm going to do is trim that down to 5 3/4 inches and then down to 8 inches, and that's just to make it easier to create your layers. Once you've done that, line it up at the 4-inch mark and just score as well, and that creates our card blank, which we're then going to just reinforce with our bone folder, and I can find it like so. So the first thing you're going to do is punch a hole in the front of your card blank. This one's got a little bit of ink on it, but it's going to be covered up, so I'm not going to worry. Put your punch all the way in like so, and I'm just lining it up by eye. If you wanted to be precise, by all means measure it, and I just punch. Once I've done that, I've cut a piece of, in this case, Highland Heather card, which I've cut just a 1/4 inch smaller, so 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. I'm just putting the tiniest little bit of glue on the bottom there, just to hold it in place for the moment. And then come in and line up your punch like so. Then you're going to do exactly the same with a piece of Designer Series paper. So this paper is again 1/4 inch smaller, and this is therefore 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Again, holding that in place, line up your punch, and there we go. So keep those pieces because we're going to need them in a moment. And what we're now going to do is stamp and punch some butterflies. And this is a lovely bundle that's available at the moment. 10% discount if you buy the bundle. So that's an extra little saving for you. And I've just chosen the same butterfly that I used here, but there are 4 different designs of butterfly that you can choose from in the stamp set. This one I rather like because it's kind of almost like leaves on it, but you've got some that you can colour in, ordinary butterflies, which are really pretty ones. Anything to suit anyone. So I'm going to stamp and punch this time in my Highland Heather ink, and then I'm going to stamp and punch in my Balmy Blue ink as well. So you're going to stamp and punch 2 lots in Highland Heather, and then you just want the little top butterfly as a contrast in Balmy Blue. I'm just going to use a bit of cloth just to clean that up. So I'm just going to come in and stamp the blue here. And then I'm going to also use the little butterfly body for these small ones as well. I didn't on the original one, I forgot, but I had intended to. There we go. Then come in with your punch, and the punch cuts out both butterflies, so you can come in and cut out the main ones. Keep your little Highland Heather ones to use on another project, and then just line up our little blue ones like so. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some linen thread across the centre there. So I've got an old pack here, just like loads of linen thread. So I'm just going to cut a length off here, and I'm going to use my Tombow up the middle there, and I'm just going to pop that through the middle, pop the other butterfly on top, and pop that to one side once we've attached our little dinky little blue butterflies. Those are my scrap bits, keep those out of the way. I probably should, for speed actually, it's probably easier if I used a glue dot for these. So I'm just going to pop my little butterfly in the middle there. Just make sure your butterflies are lined up, because say if you've got a 2 1/4 inch punch, one of the old ones, then you can use that. Actually, I think they're still current 2 1/4 inch, might have been a better size. I like the 2 inch because I just feel it just being just the size of the aperture around the butterfly. I feel it works well. So I'm going to leave that to one side just for a moment. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to add my dotty circle. So this is the one that I've punched out of the middle here. And in order to get that to line up perfectly, I'm going to add some glue to the back of it. Just pop it in the aperture and close that up like so. And that way you'll find it'll fit perfectly and line up when we do our other one. So now we can actually create our layers on the front while we're waiting for our butterfly to dry. So I'm going to just add some snail all the way around. And on this one I'm actually going to put a little bit around that aperture as well. So we line that up like so. And I've waited till the end to do it, because what I'm going to do now is add some red tape to hold our linen thread in place across the top. So I'm going to put a piece across here and another piece across the top. And what I'm doing is I'm just lining that up in the middle. So again, I'm centering using my grid paper so that I know I'm going to get it pretty much in the middle. I'm going to take those pieces of backing tape off and then pop my butterfly. So it's my butterfly I'm bothered about being lined up. And pop it like so. I'm making this look really more difficult than it is. I think it's because it's on video, you always sort of tend to get... So I'm pushing that butterfly with the little bottom bits to the bottom. Oh dear, it's always when it's on a video. Go on. Right. So if it's not that, it's the animals or the children or the husband. Right, now I've got that stuck. I do actually like because it's going to have a bit of pressure put on it, I actually like to put a little bit of tape over the top as well. It does mean you could, if you wanted to, use some dimensionals to add a bit of a layer, because it would stay in place. But in this instance, it's just going to help it stay on the card front. Run that round. Then come in and layer that up. Okay, so all you need to do now is wind your butterfly before you put it in your card. So keep winding it, pop your card closed, and when the recipient opens it, that butterfly will just spin around. So it's a bit of fun. It's I say spinner cards have been around ages. You could use a slightly bigger aperture. The 2 1/4 inch punch would give a little bit more of a clearance, but I do like that sort of 2 inch. It's just the front. Now all we need to do is create our other pieces to go in the middle. So somewhere I've got my Highland Heather disc that I've got left over there. I've got a scrap piece of blue that I'm just going to punch a circle out of there. And actually, to make it easier, what I am going to do with the white is I'm actually going to punch from the side of a piece of card where I've already got a straight edge. This helps me because, as I've said before, I'm not necessarily always the best person in terms of stamping straight. I have a stamping straight challenge. So, ink at my stamp, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to put it like so. Good things in life are better with you. Again, stamp sentiment that comes from the stamp set itself, and all I'm going to do now is come across to the side there. You can see, like so, and that can be layered onto whichever colour you want first. So I'm going to do it on my blue first because that coordinates with the ink I've used for sentiment. I'm then going to pop that onto my Highland Heather as well. I'm going to use one of those little Highland Heather butterflies that I had left over from before. I'm just going to use again a glue dot in this instance to pop that just in that little gap there, and then I'm going to use my dimensionals to just pop those up. There we go, and then you can line that up with the side edge of your layer. And there you have a pretty spinner card using Butterfly Gala and the free DSP that you can get in Celebration. So what that means is if you buy the duet punch, an ink pad, a pack of paper and some dimensionals, you've covered your £45, you'll get your paper for free. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon, and if you'd like to buy some products, pop along to my shop, heidismith.stampinup.net, follow the links to shop, or my blog, flutterbyheidi.co.uk, and on this post you will find the links to the relevant items, and you can just click on those to purchase. Come back and see me soon. Bye now.